Welcome, Sally. We are so privileged and honored to have you as a part of our Making Love Real segment. And so I would like to start by asking you, to the degree that you are comfortable, what is your faith or spiritual background? And kind of how did you hear about the Church of Beatitudes or came to know it?
Okay, my spiritual journey has really been a rich one as I look back on my life. I grew up in a Presbyterian church,
Okay.
and the youth minister was very progressive for his time, which was the 1950s. But
Nice.
in senior high, every other Saturday night, we would meet at the church for fireside chats, and we would talk theology. And so
Oh,
I've always been interested in theology, and as a young adult. Um, Living in Kansas City, I took a couple of courses at St. Paul's School of Theology,
oh,
and and then I've in my adult life kind of circulated among United Methodist and Presbyterian and UCC churches. And I've
okay.
also, for several years, been involved here in Phoenix with Arizona Foundation for Contemporary Theology, which has recently rebranded itself as Catalyst. And that organization,
Right.
has really been a strong proponent. Its purpose really is to promote progressive Christianity. And so I've been
Hmm.
so privileged to be in conversation with and attend seminars by, the likes of Marcus Borg and John Shelby Spong and Dominic
Wow.
Crossan and Matthew Fox. And so I'm aware that I'm so lucky to have had those experiences. And so
Oh,
I
for
am
sure.
firmly grounded in progressive Christianity. But I'm also really um, energized by interfaith dialogue and interfaith experiences. And I have been able to attend the last two parliaments of the world's religions. And the one 2 years ago was in Toronto, and there was a strong youth presence, which was very exciting.
Oh,
A
sure.
strong indigenous presence from all over the
Oh,
world, and also there was a real sense of urgency about climate change in this parliament. But the experience of being with thousands of people from all over the world, from all different faith traditions, all gathering around common values is really a very powerful experience, and I'm so grateful for that experience.
nice.
Um, so I think right now at this time that Native American spirituality is very relevant because,
Mm-hmm.
because it sees all living things as brothers and sisters. They're not objects, they're not it, but they are a part of the family and a part of life. And I love the expression that they use, which is all my relations. And so, at this time, my spirituality, I is really grounded in that sense of the sacredness of all life.
Oh, how wonderful. Well, kind of on the same lines then. At Beatitudes, we say that we make God's love real. So I guess when somebody asks you, Sally, what does that mean? Um, or what does that look like? How do you respond?
Well, I see love as a verb because when we experience love, either as the giver or the receiver, it's through some kind of action. And so, if God is love, then God is a verb.
Ooh,
So I
that's
think
powerful. I like that.
one needs to digest that, and I've been working on that for a few years, but that really resonates for me. So wherever you see love and compassion, there is God. And because justice is the public face of love, then any action that is moving toward justice is also love and the presence of God.
Oh, I like that. I really like that because I'm an English major. So the fact that it's a verb, yeah. Great answer.
Too. That's probably why it resonates. Oh, good.
So how do you see your work as a wannabe change maker, as you had said, with Arizona Interfaith Power and Light? How does that embody making love real for others, do you think?
Well, I feel a strong sense of call to the work of AZIPL, and the mission of AZIPL is to mobilize people of faith in Arizona to address the causes of global climate change through spiritual reflection, education, advocacy, and action. And we view climate change through a moral lens, certainly including the scientific and other aspects, but our focus, our lens is that moral lens. And when you think about it, climate change affects everything. It's not really a separate issue over here. Everything is affected by climate change. And it disrupts the systems and the structures that have evolved over millions of years to create a place on this planet conducive to life. So one example is that, of course, the burning of fossil fuels is a major contributor to climate change because it poisons the air, among other things, which in turn damages the respiratory systems of humans and other animals, as well as plants. So I see AZIPLs advocating with the Arizona Corporation Commission and the legislature to phase out the use of fossil fuels as a way of making love real. And another example is that AZIPL partners with an organization called CHISPA, which works in Latinx communities, primarily in South and West Phoenix, advocating for clean air, clean water, and healthy communities. And so working with them to improve the lives of people who are disproportionately affected by toxic air is also an act of love. And then another major contributor to climate change is our industrialized food system, particularly raising animals for food. So supporting regenerative agricultural practices and encouraging community gardens in neighborhoods, in churches, results in healthier diets for people, especially in communities of color, which often are food deserts where access to healthy food, nutritious food is often limited. So I think this work too is also making love real. Mary Oliver, in a well-known poem, says, "My work is loving the world." So I see AZIPL's work as making love real by loving the world and all life on the planet.
Oh, that's beautiful. That is so powerful, Sally. Thank you for sharing that. So, for those of you who would like to hear more of my interview with Sally, because there's more to come, I invite you to please go to our website under media/videos or to our YouTube channel. And there you can learn more in part 2 of our 2-part interview. We're going to dive a little bit deeper into AZIPL and find out more from Sally. So for now, we're going to sign off. Thank you, Sally.
Thank you. I am honored to be here.
Oh, thank you.